Man, trying to be human can be so exhausting. Yeah. Sometimes I wonder why I even bother. I mean, I just spent 2 hours on trying to make a decent short. Because, I recorded this lovely trilogy about feeling awkward, feeling the odd one out, being different. Uh, and yeah, there was like a strong, very strong part, a part that I felt like, yeah, this is short material. I don't know why I came up with the idea, but it was me saying like I made being different into my superpower. I actually like being different, but I also got bullied for it. It came with a prize. So yeah, but doesn't everything come with a price? I mean, is that not just the human story? Is that what being human is all about? About uh, yeah, you can call it suffering, like the Buddha, the four levels of suffering or something. I don't know what's it called, but first there's the suffering, then you notice the suffering, then you find out the reason for the suffering, and then you can break the loop. Uh, but yeah, first you have to suffer. Otherwise, you cannot become aware of the suffering and not break the loop. I mean, maybe that's the whole adventure here, Being human means suffering, means like, why on earth would anyone spend 2 hours, at least 2 hours? Because I think in total it was even longer because, preparation and stuff started yesterday already, like looking uh, into this text, like, is this the good blah, blah, and then in the end, because I record my videos now like vertical, horizontal, but shorts it gets created into this vertical thing, and yeah, with Canva I put in some text, and it's actually a nice short. I just realized when I was pretty much done. Um, well, first of all, the letters were not, the words were, not like in the center, because I started with this video. I should have made it into a short first and then add the text. Yeah, now I know. And then looking at the short, at the end result, I realized, I'm using the same music again. Oh, yeah, would have been nice because I'm working on a new song. This is a bit too close. Uh, Wait. It's a bit noisy there, so I thought maybe it's better like this. But I've been working on a new song. Yeah, would have been nice if I recorded my song and put that in the video. But yeah, it's a learning curve. I learned learned some new tricks. I found some new ways of doing this, and I think I might just be lazy. Easygoing is another way of expressing it. Why would I go to such length, to such trouble? And of course, practice makes perfect. I mean, if I make like 1,000 shorts, then in the end it will be really good. But I don't really care about shorts because in general, people who watch shorts, they have a very short attention span, and my videos are long-winded, usually half an hour, so they won't be interested in the content anyways. Okay, yeah, but it was a fun experience, and yeah, I mean, another topic to talk about. to talk into actually, because um, I've always find it really difficult being human. And the moment I found out, like, maybe I'm not human, there was like a relief. Ah, so I don't have to be like anybody else. I don't have to be like everybody else. I don't have to pretend to be human. I know I'm not. Ah, so this is what I was doing. I was trying to accommodate. I was trying to adjust. I was trying my hardest to be human, to be, because yeah, probably that's my purpose. That's why I chose to be here. I don't think so anymore. No. And then for a while I felt like the teacher, and then for a while I felt like the way shower, and then for a while I felt like, yeah, I need to share my wisdom. And now I feel like I need to experience, or I want to share my experience. I want to inspire people, and maybe you can learn a thing or two from my experience, so you don't have to go through it. But I don't really believe that. I think you have to go through it anyway. But yeah, if you wanna, yeah, for example, my mom bought me a guitar when I was 14, and at 14 I was in high school, and there was this teacher, Dutch teacher, and he was in his spare time also giving guitar lessons. So, okay, I tried it out. I think I went like 3, 4, 5 times maybe, and he gave us this sheet with his interpretation of music theory, um, adjusted to guitar. And it was, yeah, his system was made sense to me. And then he had to quit because he had like an extra class, exam class added to his other classes. And yeah, I was, just the sheets. But I could, you know, I figured out a lot of stuff on my own using these sheets, this little bit of information. And but yeah, still I didn't really know how to play the guitar. I was just fiddling around a lot. I already wrote a few songs or ideas, melodies, and it was actually not that bad. Yeah, there's some talent present. Uh, and then I met this drummer, Dave, and he invited me to his place because I wanted to play the drums. And he also had a guitar sitting there, so I picked up the guitar and started playing my thing. And he said, "What are you doing? That's not guitar playing." And he showed me a few songs. One song from Bob Marley, and I really liked it. I was like, "Ah, that's how you play the guitar." So yeah, it sometimes is helpful if someone has, share if someone shares their experience. He helped me along quite a deal. Then I soon found out, like, okay, so these are what I call chords. Ah, this is what the sheet that the teacher gave me. Now it started to make sense. But yeah, I didn't. I know I had another friend who used to go to the library where you could borrow books with sheet music, and yeah, because he was a bit of an asshole. Instead of borrowing the book, he just ripped out the pages. Instead of copying them, there was like a copy machine right there. But yeah, money. I didn't bring enough quarters, and I'm not gonna give me change, and blah. Yeah, I always found an excuse, and it just ripped it out, and I was like, no. But also the sheet music was horrible. Back then they didn't have that much tablature yet, so it was written in notes. I couldn't read notes. I still can't read notes. I know the basic principle, but I mean, Jimi Hendrix couldn't read notes either, and we all know what a wonderful guitar player he was, musician actually. But yeah. So yeah, I never liked playing someone else's songs, someone else's chords. You can learn a lot from it. I know right now. I've been a guitar teacher for a while, uh, and back then I told people, listen, I'm gonna teach you to play the guitar. If you want to learn songs, get a book or get a video or watch YouTube. And nowadays it's you have AI tutoring. Yeah, it's not very good, to be honest. I wanted to write my own songs. I wanted to do it my way. I wanted to figure it out on my own. And so, yeah, teachers, they can inspire me, but usually I remember the book. I don't know, it's the title, something with Sophia. It was about philosophy, and in the first two chapters, the author explained what philosophy is, and then he went on the rest of the book about all kinds of philosophers, what they had philosophized about, and I was not interested. I knew, okay, first two chapters, this is what philosophy is. This is what it is. Okay, yeah, it's basically asking questions. I'm already doing it all my life, so I'm a philosopher apparently. I didn't need to know all the other guys' bullshit. Oh, he figured out this. Yeah, I figured it out at 12. Sometimes I feel a little bit like Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory. This genius, autistic, uh, not so good in social things. But yeah, I found my way around. Like I said, being weird, being different, I made it my superpower. So yeah, tomorrow I'll be flying, and probably by the time this video is uh, published, I will already be. But you don't mind, right? Being one day behind. I need to make a buffer. I feel like it releases some pressure. So I record and usually publish the next day. And if I don't feel like recording the next day, then I already have like a video. I can record it the next day and then post it straight away. Before I had like 3 or 5 videos, but no, then I feel like it's not very actualized. And I tried going live, but that's bullshit. These are live. This is unedited, unscripted, just me sharing. And yeah, you're in different time zones anyway, so. It might be half a day later or almost a full day later before you see it. And yeah, maybe you don't watch every day, so maybe you're watching this video now a week from now. You see, being human Why would one ever want to compare oneself with someone else, with someone else? Why did we even ever bother about these kind of things? I mean, it's clear, right? You are unique. You are your own self, and you can never be anybody else but your own self. You can change, of course, but then it will be you who's the one changing. You don't change into someone else. No, you, the one you are, is changing. You can pretend to be someone else. It's a lot of work. Yeah, you can try to be human like me, but if you don't feel human, why would you want to try to be human? Because what's it really about being human? If it's really about being like suffering, why would I choose to be human? Why would I choose to suffer? I mean, I enjoyed being in a depression for 10 years. It was fun. I enjoyed being homeless for 2 years. It was very, liberating. Getting rid of all my stuff that I didn't need anyway. And I felt like, wow, some things like, because we have this emotional bond with physical things. But do we really? I remember carrying around shit from place to place when I moved to another house. Opening a box one day, and it was filled with newspapers and old these things they throw in your letterbox. And I've been moving this box around 3 times over the years. And it was heavy. It was all paper. So instead of trying to be, why don't you just accept and allow whatever pops up, whatever feels right in that moment, whatever feels good, even if it feels bad, just allowing yourself to be you, allowing everything to just be as it is. It looks like the easiest thing to do, actually, because it's not a doing. You don't have to do anything to just be. You don't even have to undo things. You don't have to heal. You don't have to do trauma work. It can be useful. It can be fun. It can be interesting. But do you have to? Yeah, if you know how to rewrite your past, then you might never had any traumas. You might never had any bad experiences. Maybe they were very useful experiences or very educating, or maybe it was just an experience. Just another experience. Jimi Hendrix and the Experience. Yeah, life. It's a funny thing. Yeah, so tomorrow I'll fly. One day I'll fly away. That was a Dutch singer. Beautiful voice. Really special voice. Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I still haven't booked the hotel yet. It's only for one night. There's plenty of hotels in the area, right next to the airport. On the airport, it's like, wow, expensive, like crazy. I saw one for 600 euros a night. Like, what? Seriously? No, it's gonna be around 15 euros a night for sure. I think I'm gonna do that right now. Yeah, be done with it. Yeah, energy is wild. I can feel it. There's a lot going on. Not just here. No. I guess that's one of the things that when you open up to the world, to reality, if you just allow reality to be, you also become aware of a much larger reality. And yeah, sometimes feels heavy. Feels like, oh, there's a lot going on. Yeah. But I'm okay. I don't have to tune in. Okay, guys and girls and women and moms and dads and dogs and cats, humans and non-humans, extraterrestrials, hybrids, starseeds, light workers, light bringer, light warrior. See you around.